Hey fandom, how's it going? Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite writers and one of my favorite runs of all time. Easily, probably the best series that I have ever read, and it's up there. And a lot of people I think will agree with me. And I am talking specifically about Brian K. Vaughan's Why the Last Man. I adore Why the Last Man. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have never picked up Why the Last Man, don't stop this video, but after this video is done, get it digitally, get it however you can get it. Why the Last Man is a defining book for this medium. People that say comics can't be artistic, comics can't be, intelligent or written well, give them Why the Last Man. Why the Last Man is fantastic. Why the Last Man tells the story of essentially the story starts out with this young guy named Yorick Brown. He's not really that likable of a character either, but then what happens is that a virus or something happens in the world where everything with a male chromosome dies. It's wiped out completely except for him and his pet monkey, Ampersand. Right off the bat, it's a male power fantasy, and Brian K. Vaughan knows this. Where, oh man, it'd be great to be the last male on Earth. I'd be desired by all the women in the world and things like that. Yeah, to a certain extent, but you would also be the subject of experimentation, hunted down. You would be just in constant fear for your life because you are the last male on the planet. Vaughan is super intelligent on it. On paper, this is a premise that when you think about it, you can do so much with it, and Vaughan does. It's a 60-issue run, and it's written by by Brian K. Vaughan, and art by Pia Gurrera. The character work in here is fantastic. Yorick isn't the most likable character in the world, but the characters that he surrounds him with, like the special agent, I believe it was Agent 355, are just great. And you see the characters, they age with time and things like that. And then the ending, oh my god, I'm not going to ruin the ending for you, but the ending is just beautifully poetic and so well done. I loved Why the Last Man. I mean, there's things in here, for example, there's a topic, let's say that if somebody was in space and they were male, they wouldn't necessarily be affected by something that happened on Earth. Now, it's not really a spoiler, but it does play a role into what goes on in the story. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, if you are looking for a straight up answer as to why the plague happens, you are not going to get that in this book. It's not about the plague, it's about these characters, and it's about going through everything that these people go through in this basically it's a post-apocalyptic world where you've got Amazons that are running wild, and they've got, like traditional Amazons, they would cut off one breast. The new Amazons are like that in this book. It is just a fascinating character study that for 60 issues you are hooked. The thing with Brian K. Vaughan is that a lot of people, they write for trades, where they, they'll write issue, okay, issue, and on issue 6, they'll get you with the cliffhanger to get you in the next trade. Vaughan doesn't do that. Vaughan writes for the issues, and every page turn matters. Every page turn in this series, you're just like, man, I gotta keep reading what's gonna happen next. How are these characters gonna get out of this? It's just fantastic stuff. And if you've never read Why the Last Man, I really recommend you go out and pick this up. It deals with a lot of themes that we have today in our society, such as, homosexuality, or things like, well, the government system that is largely run by males. What happens when all the males in our government system die out? Well, the 37th person in line is the next person to run the United States, because she's like in charge of like agriculture or something like that. It's been a while since I've read it, but yeah, it's dealing with stuff like that and how women play these huge roles in our society, and we do take them for granted at times. This is just beautifully written, great art, and I'm probably rambling on right now, but you have to read this series. So, an example of the art. And the art is consistent throughout the whole run. In fact, I kind of want to actually go back and reread this right now. And that's Yorick. I'm telling you, read it, You'll love it. I guarantee it. This is a series that I am telling you right now. If you've ever listened to any of my recommendations, then this is the one that I wholeheartedly, with all of my value, endorse. Pick this up. The Absolutes are coming out next year, and I'm gonna just buy the hell out of them when they do come out. I'm gonna sell these trade paperbacks too. So, yeah, comment, subscribe. Bye.